Okay, guys, I am so sorry about that. I had a family emergency to attend to. You see, we have a pet snake, a ball python. Not a very big snake, but my mom was just feeding him his meal and he bit her. And so I needed to help her with some stuff and yeah, it was scary. She said that I could go back to doing this while my dad takes her to emergency if need be. I mean, I'd go if I were her. But yeah, I'm hoping she will be. Uh, she said that, she was very appreciative of the help that I gave her because you see, yeah, the snake that she was feeding was loose. Our pet snake, Snaky, he was loose, and she wasn't quite sure how to pick him up to put him back in his terrarium, without getting bit. So I thought of the idea of getting a pair of tongs with rubber grips on it, and so I got it from downstairs and I gave them to her, and she was able to safely put put Snaky back into the terrarium. I was able to close the lid on top of it, and I didn't. You see, when a snake does bite you, like some teeth might get left into the bite. I examined her hand. There didn't appear to be any kind of protruding foreign objects inside her hand, like teeth or whatever. But uh, she's probably going to go to emergency. I'm sure she'll be fine. She's a fighter. Hang on a second. So yeah, again, I'm super sorry that it ended so that the live stream ended so abruptly. I didn't know how long it was going to take, and if if it was going to be like a whole all day ordeal, it wouldn't have been fair to have the stream keep running and keep you all waiting or whatever. That wouldn't have been cool. So I just figured, it would have been best to like, just cut it off right there, which, I I didn't like the idea of doing that, but I had to make sure that she was okay, and it seems like she is. Yeah, she should be all right now. Hang on. So, yeah, me too. Like I said, she's a fighter. She heals fast too, like I do. But yeah, it was pretty scary. I asked her if there was anything else I could do, and she said no. I asked her like 3 times just to be sure, but she kept insisting no. She told me I could go back to doing this. I mean, I figured, like, if she weren't okay with it, she wouldn't tell me to come back here and do this. But here, let's try to liven up the mood by, reading the rest of this script. It would at least make me feel better. Anywho, My mom used to race them in her car. Man, she loved that car. Beautiful. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. She loved that car. Beautiful machine, really. And so strong. Jane sees the set of horses from a much closer vantage point. She also sees a strange man painting the painting of the horses. The man turns around and makes a shush motion at her with his finger. She is visibly confused. It was a good life for Mom, until one day the horses raced back. We see Leo's face and hear the sound of a horse whinnying and an engine revving, a sound of an explosion, a sound of a boy yelling, "Mama!" I guess that's why even today I can't even look a racehorse in the mouth. Thanks for listening, Jane. Jane? Yeah, horses are dogs. Leo, I need to do a psychic consultation with these letters. I just have a feeling. Okay, Jane, let's do it. The car passes a memorial on the side of the highway for Leo's mom. It's set up like a ghost bike, but for a car. An all-white sedan with flowers surrounding it. Exterior post office. A sign with movable letters reads, Stamp out obesity today. Ask about our mail food away from obese children campaign. Stamps not included. Draco, Charlie, and Michelle are seated on a bench in front of the post office. Draco is wearing his Icebreakers hat, Trust Falls shirt, and a giant foam finger from the baseball game. They are noticeably more chummy. So, D-Bag, do you trust us now? You tell me, C-section. Draco, Charlie, and Michelle do a convoluted secret friend handshake that ends with them all yelling, "Friends!" So, what's the tip? Well, it involves letters that an older woman has been receiving. Draco leans in to whisper to Charlie and Michelle. The girls respond as he whispers. Uh-huh. Oh? Really? You don't say? That makes sense. This is a long tip. Got it. We've got to tell Leo and Jane. Thanks, Draco. No problem, M. Night Shyamalan. I don't like my nickname. That's what makes it a nickname. Michelle and Charlie head off. Exterior, Wisp headquarters. Leo and Jane pull up in front of their offices. We see them drive around in what is clearly an old post office van that is poorly painted and reads WISP. Interior. It reads Wisp. Interior, Wisp headquarters. Leo is fixing the ceiling tile as Jane is pacing around. She has the letters pinned up to a corkboard with strings attached leading to maps and pages with odd runes and symbols. Massive books are opened as she peers into occasionally. One is a self-help book titled, "So Your Partner Thinks You're Reading Too Many Books About Him." Jane, when logic and rational thought fail to find the answers, you have to enter the realm of the unknown. Leo, while I am attuning myself to the chakras of the universe, I'll be disconnected from reality. Please don't attempt to break me out of my trance, or my life essence could be ripped asunder. Got it. Unless my mother calls. Jane, your mother is dead. Or there's a new episode of Cheers. Jane, Cheers has been off the air for years. Or McDonald's has a sale on the McRib. Jane, you know that the McRib was only around for a limited time. Jane slams the newspaper down on the table. An advertisement at the top reads, "The McRib is back." Smaller headline of the article titled, "Danson and Perlman in talks for Cheers reboot." Smaller, "Area grave found empty. Off-brand Easter or something more." It's back. Now let me work. We see Jane's first-person view as numbers and symbols become highlighted and line up in different patterns in a beautiful mind-type fashion. We cut to a clock to see it is 6 o'clock p.m. We see numbers We see numbers appear to light up for Jane. She adds flour to a bowl and starts to mix. The number 3 lights up as she adds 3 eggs to the mix. We cut to a clock to see it is 7 p.m. We cut to Jane burning incense and holding a divining rod at the letters. We cut to a clock to see it is 8 p.m. We cut to Jane see the numbers 450 light up. She sets an oven to 450 degrees. She pours the mixture from the bowl into a pan. The number 35 lights up and she sets a timer for 35 minutes. We cut to a clock to see it is 9 p.m. We cut to Jane with a blindfold and a ventriloquist dummy in her hand. She drinks water as the dummy chants a weird language while staring at the letters. We cut to a clock to see it is 9:20 p.m. We cut to Jane cutting the tip of her finger and adding her blood to a bubbling glass and holds the letters in the vapor. We start to see slight stubble on Jane's cheeks. We cut to a clock to see it is 9:45 p.m. Jane runs to the kitchen. We see Jane pull out a cake from the oven. She stares at the corkboard and the letters E-A-T light up. She eats the entire cake in a serious manner. We cut to a clock to see it is 10 p.m. We cut to Jane drawing a symbol with chalk on the floor, with candles all around. There's a sacrificial dagger, and Jane stabs the ventriloquist dummy as the sacrifice. He is screaming. The letters are strewn about in the center. We cut to an hourglass dripping sand. A subtitle reads, 11 p.m. Jane has a clear 5 o'clock shadow. We see Leo in the same position from 6 p.m. Any luck? No, dang it. Nothing seems to be working, but there's still one thing I haven't tried yet. Jane walks over to the corkboard, unpins a letter, and slowly spins it upside down and then tries to read it. Damn it, that almost worked this time. Michelle and Charlie burst through the door, panting. Leo, wait! Jane, hold on. Jane, hold on. I think we know how to decode the letters. Jane's informant told us it would all become clear at midnight. Cut to clock which shows 11:57. That's in 3 minutes. Actually, that's a painting. Cut to a medium of the same shot, slightly wider, which shows that it is a painting of a clock, the same one given by Dr. Paletto. Next to the painting is an actual clock which reads 11:59. It's actually 11:59. Cut to the clock and see it hit midnight. The bell's verbal alarm says midnight. It's midnight. Loudly. Wait, Leo. Look, the letters. We see writing slowly appear out of nowhere on the letters. Leo and Jane both grab a letter and read it together. It seems to be a sort of poem. And the numbers... Wait a second. It's not a code at all. It's a guitar tablature. And the poem must be song lyrics. Leo grabs another paper from the stack. Good Lord, it looks like these are liner notes. Leo reads the notes aloud. I died 22 years ago, but the truth of my death has never been told. Until now. My name is Kurt Cobain, and this is my story. Leo and Jane exchange glances of surprise before reading the rest of the letter silently. Oh my God, Leo. Kurt Cobain didn't commit suicide. No, he never got a chance to. There was a second shooter. We cut to the letter, and the letters killed by the CIA slowly appear. Leo and Jane. He was killed by the CIA. He was killed by the CIA. And Act 2. Act 3. Interior, Abigail Wilkins' living room. Jane and Leo have transformed Mrs. Wilkins' living room into a representation of Nirvana's MTV Unplugged set. White flowers, candelabras, stools, acoustic instruments, and drums are set up. Mrs. Wilkins looks around her living room. I finished unplugging everything, like you said. Perfect. The only way to hear Kurt's full story is to bring his spirit to us with a seance. This unplugged environment will give us the best odds of making contact. Leo finishes tuning a guitar. All right, I think we're all ready. Are you sure this will work, Jane? As sure as I am that the MLB is run by the Cuban Illuminati. Okay, I'm going to play the tab. Hopefully Kurt will be enticed to show himself. Leo looks at the letter with the tab and starts playing Smells Like Teen Spirit. Jane hits a tambourine. Abigail plays a sick drum set. Kurt's ghost slowly appears before them in the room. Kurt is dressed in full 90s grunge getup. His voice and mannerisms are very detached and over it. Boo, why have you summoned me? The three stop playing their instruments. It worked. Leo, we summoned a ghost. Hold on, Jane. This could just be another one of those Tupac holograms. Slow zoom on Leo's face. Flashback audio. Tupac music playing and then getting interrupted. Leo, he's trapped in this plane. We have to help him move on. Get off the stage. Sorry, everyone. Coachella is canceled. Aww. We ruined Coachella that year for a lot of sweaty, privileged children. Kurt, we found your message in the letters you sent. We want to know how and why you died. Then you shall. From the very beginning, the government was against me. In the 80s, they developed a highly classified program code called Project Hair Metal, creating shadow bands to do their bidding. You may know it as the genre of music called hair metal. We see a flashback of CIA agents taking off suits and sunglasses and donning ridiculously bright leotards and giving their hair outrageous volume, picking up guitars and synths. They use the hair metal lifestyle and lyrics to control the masses and have the people turn a blind eye to their evil doings. When kids start flocking to grunge and alternative rock instead, they mobilized against me. We see a CIA hair metal band on stage, noticing nobody is in the audience and throwing their instruments to the ground and picking up guns. Nirvana was the biggest grunge band in the world, and they decided to take me out and nip the entire movement in the bud. So you're never even going to kill yourself that day, were you? What? No, I was definitely going to kill myself that day. But the CIA didn't know that, so they shot me as I shot myself. We see a flashback to Kurt in his backyard shooting himself, and a CIA agent shooting him at the same time. But why me? Why did you send the letters to me? I needed to send them to someone I could trust, so I sent them here so your husband, my favorite local urn maker, could read them. But my husband passed away. Isn't he with you in heaven? Oh, yeah, he's in heaven. Sure, I meant to send them to you, since only you would know the best way to crack the code. Abigail smiles warmly. The world has to know this. No longer will the CIA be seen in the friendly, caring light that they are now. We'll go down to the press and bring down the CIA. Yes, only then will my soul truly be at peace. A gunshot is heard, and Kurt's head explodes, and the rest of his form dissipates to reveal the ghost of Kevin Dubrow, checked out in full hair metal garb, big hair, and flashy tight clothes. Jane, Leo, and Abigail are shocked and spill their teas. Kevin Dubrow, lead singer of Quiet Riot, the greatest hair metal band ever, and the greatest CIA operative ever. Well, it doesn't matter. We're still going to the press with Kurt's story. The CIA is toast. No ghost, no story. And the only thing I see here is crumpled old male, a crumpled old lady, and a couple of kids who should be studying for the PSATs. Damn it, Kevin Dubrow, tell me one thing. How'd you do it? How did you kill Kurt when he was already a ghost? Kevin blows the smoke away from his gun. Ghost bullets. Kevin jumps into a copy of the painting that has enthralled Jane, landing on a horse and riding it away into the background as Come On Feel the Noise plays. Leo tries to chase after him, but just runs into the painting. Damn it, Jane, the CIA is going to get away with this. Kevin Dubrow's right. He always is. Well, that's quite enough excitement for one day. Why don't we go into the kitchen and top off our tea, You know, I was once a tutor for a PSATs. The trick is, the answer is always B. Sometimes it's C. Abigail leads Leo and Jane into the kitchen. Pan back to the painting, now with one horse. Zoom in on the artist's signature at the bottom right that reads CIA. As the usual eerie music slowly builds, hard quick zooms on each letter of CIA in time with 3 gunshot sounds. Cut to interior CIA vault. Zoom out from the letter CIA on the same horse painting to see a large room with many copies of the painting. Frames are being assembled by CIA operatives and packed into crates. The room is a library full of all sorts of oddities, magical items, technology, and surveillance equipment. The door slams, revealing a sign that says CIA Vault. You must be this CIA to enter. It shows a picture of a cartoonish CIA agent. Cut to interior Double Summit's diner. Jane and Leo sit in a booth. Charlie and Michelle next to them. All of them have coffee mugs. We may not have proof to make anyone else believe Kurt's story, but we know what really happened. That's what matters, Leo. I suppose so. Still, a front page case like this could have drummed up a lot of business. Think of it this way. We were able to put Abigail's mind at ease and solve another mystery. I guess you're right, Jane. There's only one less confused old woman on this planet, and that's what really matters. A waiter comes up with a pitcher. Would you guys like some more? I think we would. Leo smiles at Jane. Jane smiles back. Michelle smiles at Charlie. Charlie smiles at nothing at all. And the waiter pours nachos from the pitcher into each of their mugs. Michelle leads the team in a toast. To another mystery solved. To get into the bottom of some secrets. Charlie winks at Michelle and reveals a bottle of Secret's whiskey under the table. How about we Irish up these nachos? She pours whiskey into their cups of nachos. To the best team since Garth Brooks and Chris Gaines. End Act 3. Tag. Exterior, Double Summit's diner. We see Agents Roth and Simmons in a black car across the street, watching Leo and Jane closely with binoculars. What the heck are they so happy about? Damn it, Roth, I hate those guys. Simmons bangs the dashboard with his hands in frustration. Hornets spill out through the AC vents and fill the car, sting the CIA agents. We see the ghosts of Johnny Finch and Kurt floating above the car. Kurt has bandages all over his head. They laugh and give each other a high five. Wow, Kurt, I thought you died again. What happened? Ghost doctor. A hand claps Kurt on the shoulder. We see that it is Dr. Paletto, the first client, now semi-transparent. A ghost after all. All three laugh. Dr. Paletto's dog, wearing a name tag that says Barco, barks. Cute dog. I know. Barco barks and everyone laughs. End. Okay, that was pretty funny. Yeah, so it's like Airplane meets X-Files. There has to be like, hang on. I need to look for something. Hold on. Like, not only does Keaton Patty, like, you know, make those, whatchamacallits? Oh yeah, the AI things. Sometimes he writes like things that he's confused by, but they're clearly made by him. Like this tweet, for example. The Wikipedia page for Woody Woodpecker is insane. Origin. Woody Woodpecker was created by cartoonist Walter Lantz in 1940. Lantz claimed that when he created Woody, he did not know woodpeckers were real birds. I based Woody off of a falcon that hated trees, he said in a 1953 interview with Bird Monthly magazine. When Lantz was informed that woodpeckers were real birds, he initially sued the species for intellectual property theft. Lantz v. All Woodpeckers on Earth, claiming they stole his idea with their existence. The case was thrown out when the judge claimed, "If we let people sue birds, what's next? People suing lamps? I own several lamps and do not want them sued." Many years later, it was discovered the judge lied. He only owned one lamp. And my favorite part is this thing right here that says, Walter Lantz, shortly before being arrested for illegally hanging his own paintings at the Louvre. Okay, where is... Oh, here it is. But yeah, he has like a whole bunch of stuff on his Twitter, which always make me laugh more often than not. He also makes like fake quotes from people, like screenshots of people on TV. Like, hang on, come on. Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay, this is like, can you imagine what America would be like if this had passed? Okay, hang on. Fudge. Okay. Second Bill of Rights. Every American has the right to a job, an adequate wage and decent living, a decent home, a Gundam, economic protection during sickness, accident, old age, or unemployment, a second Gundam. Oh, yeah. Like, here's one, like, it says, like, it's a screenshot of Elon Musk. It says, I'm actually making history tonight as the first person with a disease from Jack where I look like an adult, but I'm really 10 years old to host SNL. Like, that's not a real thing that he said, but he just makes those things. Well, I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something. Oh, wait, hold on. Keaton, Patty, Robin Hood. Dang it, I misspelled all that stuff. Okay. No, not that. Go back. Yes, this is it. This is it right here. Hang on. Let me just make sure everything is in frame. No, not that. Okay. Robin Hood, let me talk to Mr. Hood. Big issue. App is wrong about a stock. Hello, let me see if I can help. What stock are you referring to? Then he put this picture right here. I invest all my dollars in Shaq. Why is stock low? Should be tall like Shaq. He is 7 feet huge. He is 7 FT huge. FT, football table. He is 7 of them tall. There's no stock symbol with that ticker symbol. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. There's no stock with that ticker symbol. Are you talking about Shaq, the basketball player? Wow, that is like That is like I say Jesus and you say, you mean Jesus, the dead guy? Where did you go to college? Understate? Because that is an understating of Shaq. Shaq plays b-ball, he TVs, he movies, he is a father. Wish he was mine or even yours. He is a stock. So why is his stock go down today when I when I know for a fact he didn't sneeze much today? Low sneezes means high stocks. Wolf of Wall E Street, Leo DiCapibara. People can't be stocks. And how do you know how much someone sneezes? You don't get Shaq facts texted to you? I thought everyone did because I didn't sign up for this. It just happened. Shaq facts. Shaq is short for shackery. If you'd like to stop receiving Shaq tech facts, you can't. Good to know, thanks. Shaq facts. Today, Shaq didn't sneeze much. If you'd like to stop receiving Shaq facts, you can't. Good to know, thanks. I don't get those texts. Probably because you said that thing about Jesus and are being punished. What does it mean to short a stock? It's a way to make money if you think a stock will go down. Can I short Shaq, or is he too tall? You can't short Shaq because it's not a real stock. That is a Shaq theory, not a Shaq fact. Can I borrow 40 bucks? Shaq facts. Shaq needs 40 bucks. If you'd like to stop receiving Shaq facts, you can't. Good to know, thanks. No, Shaqery is not going to be happy. Yeah, he's got like tons of those things too, where he like direct messages different like organizations. And I guess, because he's verified, they reply to him. I'm not sure if you were to try something like that, like if you had an unverified account. I'm not sure if they'd reply to you, but it's kind of like if those are even real, that would be amazing. Yeah, exactly. I still like the whole like if you'd like to stop receiving Shaq facts, you can't. Can I short Shaq or is he too tall? Like if I were the question person, I would just stop answering. But I think they like kept going because like morbid curiosity and all that. Will not be happy about this. Trying to look for one more thing before I leave. So I've dang, I used to have. Oh. Now I know. Slonk Slanger. Yes. These are like fake old pulp novels that Keaton Patty made. Like this one, for example. The Red Lobster general manager that took his job way too seriously. Slonk Slanger. And hang on. Magnifier. Come on, where are the tools? Oh, there's the tools. And right here it says, Slonk has done it again. Saddam Hussein. And here's another one. The guys who invented sex. The newest novel from Slonk Slanger. And at the top it was like, this book wasn't in Serpico, but I was. Al Pacino. The space vampire that forgot the sun was also in space. There's a little thing right here. Slonkslinger ran over my gecko to death, but I still think this book is pretty good. And before you say I shouldn't have let my gecko go on the road, realize that this was 1998 when things just happened. Shakira. Oh, yeah. Holy crap, Grimace got hot. Slonkslinger. Let's see. We told you that if you wrote this, we'd sue your ass. So we're suing your ass. The McDonald's Corporation. A whopper of a book. Burger King. And apparently also made like fake Are You Alone in the Dark title cards. The Tale of the Racist Clam. The tale of the monster that did drugs for a living. Oh, and there's this one too. Mom's new boyfriend stole the crystal that powers every Outback Steakhouse in the universe. Kill him before he is elected God. We will sue you if you write this book. Outback's hot CEO. And that's what the book looks like right there. So yeah, he keeps coming up with like these really wacky but hilarious ideas. They make me laugh every time. The space vampire who forgot the sun was also in space. Like, those are like actual book covers, but the titles were different. But as you can imagine, the original titles were nowhere near as funny. But anyway, I hope this live stream was fun for everyone. Sorry about that. Sorry that the live stream was cut off before, but again, family emergency. Thank you all for being patient with me. And I hope you all have a very nice weekend, and I'll see you around, okay? Bye.